Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, all of my YouTube family. I hope that you are all doing so well. I hope that the last new moon we had is really returning back the light and helping you all renew and revitalize your mind, body, soul, your spirits on all levels, in all areas of your life. I feel like it has been a while since my last video. I do tend to upload my videos every couple of weeks, but I feel like in that couple of weeks a lot has happened, and I hope that it's all been powerful and positive for you all. In this video, I want to talk about the next upcoming full moon. In Vedic astrology, this full moon is happening in Capricorn in the Nakshatra called Uttara Ashadha. This is such a powerful star, and this is the star, the energies that we are all really going to have the opportunity to integrate, to understand, to embody at this time of the full moon. And Uttara Ashadha, this star, is really going to help us to see what parts of our life we need to really face, to accept, to heal, to release certain habits, behaviors, beliefs, whatever it is that is no longer serving us. And a lot of this is to do with the sign also of Capricorn. So the sign Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Uttara Ashadha, this star, is ruled by the Sun. There is a huge influence of both Saturn and the Sun at the time of this full moon. These are two very strong and powerful planets, both very masculine energies as well, that really want to help us grow. So this is a powerful time, but we also do need to understand these energies to be able to acknowledge and appreciate their lessons and their teachings to us. So just a reminder, and also to those of you who aren't super into astrology and don't know, but the planet Saturn, some of the themes and the lessons that it teaches us is discipline, hard work, taking a sense of duty and responsibility for the things that are truly important to you and important for the world, for the upliftment of the world, and for really what is karmically true and aligned. Saturn also rules our karma. Saturn rules time. It's also to do with the obstacles and hurdles that come up in our life and how we face those things, how we become more stronger in ourselves and more disciplined and consistent and working towards goals. Saturn is a very long-term and slow-moving planet, so it teaches us that moving consistently and working diligently and consistently towards your goals and towards anything in your life, when you stay consistent and dedicated and committed, these are beautiful qualities to be able to embody and be more of. And Saturn does reward that. That is why Saturn rules karma, and there are good karmas. When you do things consistently, you do see results. And then there is the Sun, which Uttara Ashadha rules. The Sun really helps us to understand our power and to have a sense of authority in our life, to feel powerful and strong and to shine our bright light out into the world. The Sun is really connected to our consciousness, so the more connected we are to our Sun is like how connected we are to ourselves. The Sun also rules our heart in Vedic astrology, so it's really being connected to ourselves, to our soul, and to our heart. So yeah, these are two super powerful planets, and it's not a coincidence that then the meaning of this star Uttara Ashadha is literally this universal star that is undefeatable, unsubdued, unsuppressed, and it is like Uttara means later or higher. Uttara nakshatras tend to be a bit more, later, I would say, and a bit more mature. It is this energy of something that happens after time, after maturity, after a sense of growth and understanding. So that later sense of victory and undefeatable sense of accomplishment. And that makes sense to me because these two planets, Saturn and the Sun, they are fighters. Saturn will continue to push against each obstacle that it encounters, and Saturn creates a fighter, creates someone who's really strong and really not going to give up on the first failure or first sort of mistake that happens. Saturn pushes through, and then the Sun gives us this sense of authority and leadership in our life, this sense of being able to take control and really do what we need to do for ourselves. And it's really interesting. I want to share a personal story because I feel like what happened over the last weekend with me is very much aligned with Uttara Ashadha's energies, and it makes sense because I've been trying to tap into what this feels like to be in the energy of this star and the wisdom that it wishes to share with me. And of course I encounter this experience over the weekend that was really not very nice for me in the moment, but now I'm able to really look back at it with so much appreciation. Thank you also to shout out to my beautiful friend Muna if you are watching this video, because she is one of my biggest healers and really helped me through to process this situation that happened. So what happened was I was at a party over the weekend. Some of my friends who I, side note, I have been doing this new skill I've been learning to DJ on the side, and I had a party with some of the other DJs that I've met, and this was on the weekend, and me and a few of the girls at this party noticed that we were sort of, a lot of the girls were kind of being pushed to the side, and we did feel a sense of a little bit of disrespect and being disregarded. There was even this little situation that happened when me and one of the other girls had planned to DJ at a certain time, and some new guys came into this party and started an argument with one of the girls because they were going to DJ next, and completely disregarded the fact that me and her had been waiting for quite a while. And I honestly just want to enjoy and connect with people. My intention was not to get up there and play and that was it. But what we could see was that there was some people there that really felt the need to prove themselves to us, or to the other guys, even maybe to show off. I don't know. I'm not judging what that situation was, but I personally and a few of the other girls did feel quite disrespected in that moment, and it definitely brought up quite a bit of anger in me as I went home and started processing this. Thank you, Muna, for helping me process this situation, to see that this anger was stemming from such a deep-rooted issue of women being quite oppressed in our culture. And Muna really helped me to see that this is a very strong belief system that is not serving me. And it's also, while my reality was true and that did happen, what really helps to take your power back in situations like this is to really have a look at why you have to experience things and why things come into your field. Why did that happen to me? There was medicine there was a lesson to be taught from these men in this place, and who knows, maybe it definitely had nothing really to do with me, but my experience has everything to do with me. And also, going back to the story, while these boys or men were arguing with one of the other girls who wanted to play, she actually stood up for herself, and she was like, no, like, I'm going to play. Like, I had been waiting for hours before this. Like, I don't care what you're gonna say. And she actually stood up for herself, and she started to play, and she was so good, and she brought in so much of a crowd. And I told her afterwards, like, you are so inspiring. Like, as a woman, like, that is very inspiring. I wish I had the guts to speak up for myself. And what she told me was, you need to imagine if that was a friend of yours. Like, you need to look up for yourself and stand up for yourself as if you are one of your best friends. And that comment just completely shifted my perspective on how in the future I will be standing up more for myself. Although in that situation, I just felt like it wasn't worth standing up for. It wasn't that big of a deal. But this situation in general, the moral of the story is that when you are being truthful, when you're coming from really good virtues, and you're really actually standing up for something that is true and right and karmically aligned, you will be, first of all, supported by the universe. You will be aligned with that. Everything will work out as it's supposed to. But you do need to fight sometimes. You do need to assert yourself, and you do need to stand up for yourself. And this star is the undefeatable star. It's teaching us that sometimes it's not easy, or it's not comfortable. Saturn is not a comfortable planet. It's quite harsh and cold and restrictive. But it teaches us that we need to sometimes get out of our comfort zone to fight the battles in our life that we need to, for ourselves, for others. And the sun's energy gives us that powerful leadership sort of energy, the power to really shine our light brightly, no matter what sort of disturbances or distractions or sort of interferences we get from the outside world. This star is like, no, I'm going to stand my ground. I'm going to do me. I'm going to do what is right. And I want to also let you all know the deities involved with this star. First of all, Lord Ganesha, who is the remover of obstacles, and also quite connected to good luck, good fortune. So it's a very beautiful, powerful energy of this star. There's also the 10 Vishwadevas, who I've got it written down. So the 10 Vishwadevas, they each carry 10 different qualities that are really sort of encompassing this star. And these are 10 qualities that we really need to integrate into our being, and to really focus on incorporating into our life, into our routines, especially at the time of this full moon. If you are doing a ritual for yourself, I really encourage you to journal about these 10 qualities and how you can incorporate them more into your life and into your personality, into just, yeah, enhancing your life. So these 10 sons of Vishva and Dharma are the 10 Vishwadevas, and I'm not going to mention their names, but I'll mention the qualities that each of them embody. There is goodness, truth, willpower, ritual skills, time, desire, forbearance, connection to our ancestry, abundance, and joy. So yeah, those are beautiful qualities, and yeah, I just encourage you all to reflect on all of that. So now just bringing this energy back to the previous new moon that we had, which was in Gemini in the nakshatra called Purnavasu. So this is where we have set our intentions, and they are sort of brewing and surfacing up to this full moon. This energy has been the return of the light and the renewal that we go through after this cleansing process of going back and repeating things, revising, reflecting. Then we become renewed. So it's interesting that that is the start of this chapter, and we literally have Saturn going retrograde right now. We are moving back to revise and review Saturnian things in our life to do with our karmas, to clear karmas from our past, to like people from our past can be coming back now, and situations like circumstances, like different experiences that we've had, we will be able to review those things and gain a new perspective on those things, and we have the opportunity now to do things a little differently in ways that are more aligned with our higher self. And this is quite significant because these things that we are renewing and we are revising, we are maybe fixing or tweaking in our life is really going to help our future selves. And remember, Saturn rules time as well, so we are going back in time, going back to the past, although like past, present, future, it's all the same. Time is not really real, but we are altering different aspects, different versions, different timelines, so that we can align more with our highest timeline. And it's quite significant also because this full moon now that we're moving into is in Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so Saturn is really playing a big role in this chapter that we're in right now, really wanting us to clear karmas, to purge and cleanse and realign with truth, and to prioritize what is really important to us. Another thing that I mentioned in my July energy update for the month is that the Capricorn full moon, or Capricorn in general, is ruled by the Devil card in tarot, and the Gemini new moon, Gemini, is ruled by the Lovers card in tarot. So these two tarots are also, the energies of that is being illuminated, especially the Devil card at the time of this full moon is being illuminated to us. In the Devil card, you see the man and the woman are chained, loosely chained, so they hold the power to unchain themselves, to loosen that and to be free. We hold that power to free ourselves, and this is something to think about. It will be illuminated to us what are the habits and behaviors and patterns and and energies that we are allowing into our mind, body, soul that are not serving us, that are disconnecting us from ourselves, that are keeping us chained, keeping us trapped, keeping us disconnected from our true authentic selves and being free. And this is the Capricorn energy that is being illuminated to us, that this is the potential that Capricorn holds because of the need for security and comfort. And this can really pull us way more into the material world than is necessary. And this is something to just think about, is it's important to be secure and to be stable and to be grounded, but are you also connecting with others? Are you connecting with nature? This is the Lover's card, the opposite of the Devil, which is what we want to embody more of. In the Lover's card, the man and the woman are naked, they are vulnerable, they are comfortable being their free, authentic selves, they are comfortable connecting with each other. So are you comfortable connecting with people? Is that a priority of yours, to stay connected with your society, with your society, with your community, with your people, with your family, with nature? And are you comfortable being your real true self? You don't have to be in a garden naked to be that way, but to what extent are you comfortable being freely who you are supposed to be? And another thing with the star is one of the symbols is the planks of a bed. So the planks of a bed, which is one of the symbols of Uttara Ashadha, there is quite a few meanings behind this. So the planks of a bed really helps create the structure and the foundation for this bed, that we are able to sleep and rest and relax and rejuvenate ourselves. So this is very much the energies of also Saturn and the Sun. It gives us that strength, and it's not necessarily the most comfortable part of the bed, it's just the planks, but it is very essential. It is the structural foundation that actually creates that bed, and that is very much the strong masculine energy that we need in our lives to really create foundations to actually do big things with our life. We can't do that without having strong foundations. And these strong foundations that are not necessarily comfortable or like, you know, fun necessarily, they're so essential, and they're essential to creating that thriving environment for us to be able to rest, to like relax and rejuvenate ourselves, to dream, to get into that state where we can actually be in that flow state of allowing our connection to our subconscious by dreaming. It also creates that solid foundation for us to be like intimate with our partners, and to, you know, there's so many things. And yeah, it's just creating that solid foundation for that. It's also, another symbol is that these planks, these are separate, like you could imagine like a wooden bed, for example, separate wooden pieces or whatever it is made of. Maybe it's not wood, maybe it's something else, but these separate pieces are working together. It is like this interconnectedness to create this whole piece of furniture, which is the bed. And that just shows the power of being connected to others and to different parts of your life as well, the different elements, the different things that come together and alchemize and create something beautiful. So just one last message about the planks of the bed, which is such a powerful symbol in this star. When you have a look at a bed, you can't actually see the planks. They are hidden from our vision, even though they create one of the strongest core foundations of the bed. And just like that, we also carry these core foundational aspects of ourselves that really create who we are, and they are quite hidden from us, and it takes quite a bit of deep inner work and self-reflection to really understand what these are. And a lot of this has to do with our core beliefs about ourselves and about life, and yeah, what we perceive to be as true. And not all of these beliefs about life that we hold are serving our highest good and are really true and aligned with love and truth. So this is the time, especially when it is a full moon, it's a powerful time to give yourself the space to feel whatever wants to come up, and yeah, just reflect on those things and why it's coming up. If you don't allow yourself the space to actually feel the heavy emotions, the grief, the pain, the anger, the fear, the anxieties, like whatever it is, if you don't allow yourself the space, you will start to encounter people, situations, circumstances where you are not being given space. And I am mentioning this because this is a lesson that is actually surfacing for me in this time, and things are going to surface for you over this next week as we move, especially as we move into this full moon, but also just in general, things are always surfacing to help us heal. But especially now, things that have been holding us back and sort of making us feel like suppressed. And yeah, like a big one for me has been not holding space for myself and then being triggered by seeing that in my external world. Another one for me has been realizing that I do have a core belief about women in general being more suppressed, and as a gender being more suppressed than men, and having to encounter that sort of dynamic where with men that are disrespectful or disregarding or trying to control or take over or push women to the side. And while this can be seen as a truth because it happens so much, it doesn't have to be your truth. Whatever you perceive as true, I'm not saying that that is false. It is, I'm sure it is a legitimate truth, especially if you grew up with that, you saw it in your family household, or you had it with your ex-partners, and it is just something you continue to experience. It is your truth. It's not false. But what do you want to be true? This is what Saturn wants us to reflect on, is our beliefs and our structural foundations that actually are not serving us anymore, the things that we're ready to let go of. So I hope that at the time of this full moon, you're all allowing yourself to feel into those things. It's not necessarily going to be an easy process to feel into some of these things, but it's so essential for our growth and healing, and being able to transmute and release the things that aren't serving us, so that we can align more with truth, more with love, more with abundance. Especially, this is another big theme that can come up at the time of this full moon, and just a theme for you to reflect on is your relationship with abundance, material abundance, money, security, stability, and just feeling safe and supported in your life. Are you allowing yourself to feel those things for you, regardless of the external world and what is going on around you? Are you holding space for you? Are you allowing your inner child to feel safe and secure and supported? This is such a powerful time to connect with your with the men in your life, your fathers, with mature people in your life that can that offer you that sort of masculine guidance. But it's also a powerful time to connect with your divine masculine, which we all have a masculine side to us, and to also connect with your inner child and be that father figure to your inner child that we all need, that reparenting. We all need to do that for ourselves, because no parent is perfect, and there is always something that our inner childs are craving from us. Like, how connected are you to yourself? Because that is when you can connect the deepest with the world around you. So I'm going to leave it there with this full moon video. I feel like I've been rambling on a little bit. I hope that this video was really insightful for you all, and please let me know your stories as well. What sort of things are coming up for you? Is there like a certain area in your life where you are feeling oppressed and that is coming up for you to process? I'm really curious to hear what sort of themes right now are coming up. I know that money is a big one. I know that like just personal power and really being in your authority, that is another one that's coming up. Yeah, really curious to hear. I love you all. I can't wait to hear from you all, and I will see you all in my next video.